Did I not click record because I was just talking for like some minutes? Not even a minute. It was like 30 seconds, but whatever. I kind of didn't even know where I was going, but I said it was 5:44 and now it's 5:46. Monday, March 3rd. Can you tell I've had tears shed? I feel like you can't really tell. Like, if I just told you, you could tell, but if you didn't know, maybe you wouldn't know. Maybe I just look tired. But it's always weird when things end and you feel like it didn't even really begin. It's just so weird. I just, I respect his honesty so much. And I like really appreciate that. So I think every relationship or like situation I have, like I feel like I'm getting closer and closer. Like it is getting better and better. Um, to like something I want, to what I want, not just something like in regards to like a partner and a family life. I do feel like I'm getting closer and closer. That's why I don't even want to give like too much attention or like details, but like I really can't like explain it to you all without giving you all like details, or maybe not details, but like timeline. But you can kind of like see it through my videos. Like I feel like I mentioned it in my last podcast episode because he had texted me during it, and that's kind of why it happened. And then I did like I cleaned out my purse bag for a date we were gonna have, and then I did an outfit of the night video for another date. That's why I think we hung out like 5 times, so it's not like it's not nothing, but it's I don't know what it is now, but I guess it was something. It was something to me. It obviously made me shed a tear, or just. But I'm really proud of myself for like I really accept it. I accept that. Well, I respect his honesty, so that really helps with it. Oh, I accept because I feel like in the past, like this would have hurt me a lot more. I would have been a lot more attached to somebody and the idea of somebody, more so the idea of somebody in the future I planned out in our head. I would have been way more attached to that. Wouldn't be would be for like months, but I feel like I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't know about tomorrow for the future, but I don't really want to think about it. Be too attached to somebody that does. I mean, gave me the honest truth. He said he's like talking to someone else and it doesn't feel like it would be fair. Like they progressed further, or whatever. That was the gist of the text I got like an hour ago. So I I really respect the honesty. That's what I think. That's a big thing that I'm grateful for, and I feel like is a step up. And I think I see it more clearly too, because I feel like if people did like tell me the truth way back then, like I just maybe I didn't accept it, and maybe I didn't see that. I'm like, oh, like they maybe told me like their truth. Like when you see the red, they tell you the red flags like straight up, and you just kind of ignore it. Like I used to do that. By the way, I cut my hair like the past 2 days. Now it's like very short. It was for kind of like good luck for Chinese New Year. Um, so I'm not sure if it was the New Year or what holiday it was, but whatever. I did feel weird waking up this morning because I was so excited. He was gonna make me dinner or something. His idea, like I'm not like you need to make me dinner, but and I haven't been to his place yet, and he's been here. That's what I feel like feels uneven. Like I've kind of been waiting to kind of like see his place to be like, okay, like I think you're home instead or whatever, it shows a lot about you. So I was kind of like waiting for that to kind of give more of me, because it's like I kind of need to know. I once again gave too much of myself too early, but I did a lot better this time around. I did a lot better this time around, I feel like I did good. But I still did give myself away too early, and I'm trying not to be upset about that, because I obviously did let it happen. Did I feel kind of, I don't know if coerced is the right word. Let me Google it. What does coerced mean?
Coerce means
Persuaded to do something by using force or threats. Or obtaining by using force or threats. I mean, it wasn't force or threats. I mean, a little bit of force, a little bit. I don't know. Let's move on. Yeah, I'm trying not to be mad at myself about that. I think I'm just disappointed, and I'm like, is that why it ended? Also, I'm not like too upset about it ending. What am I? I mean, maybe, I think I'm upset about like the possibility. I don't know, because I really like talking to him. I do. I think the past 5 dates and like us texting, like it has been more of him talking than me. Him not. That's what I feel like, we haven't like gone like asking each other questions as much. Like getting to know each other in the past, you know? Because I think like, I mean, it's like small talk or just general talk. Like, I didn't want to get too deep too fast, like I said. So I was trying not to do that. And it's like, I kind of want to like know how you are, like in public or at home. Like, I just want to know how you are before I like start being super curious about you, because I am the like the most curious person, and I like have been trying to hold myself back from it. So like have been very curious about him, but I haven't really gotten the chance to ask him certain stuff. Like, this man's a yapper, and I kind of liked that. I mean, I did like that. I do. I don't know. This is like a weird feeling. Like, he also like he said like something about like connecting in the future. I'm like, I don't know. Also, me not wanting to. He doesn't want me to feel like a second choice, but whatever. If you're listening to this, hi. I don't know if you ever listen to any of my videos, but whatever. I don't really recommend it. You said something about you don't like a show where people talk about who you get with or whatever. I'm like, that's not really what I do, but it does come up because I talk about my life. I get real vulnerable in here because this feels like my safe space. And honestly, like, I want someone who is comfortable with that. That's what I also liked, how he had a podcast, has one, whatever. Doesn't really talk about your life, but I think it would be so cool with a partner to like talk about to have a podcast with them, or to like do it with them. Like, I liked how you were not afraid to like put yourself out there, even though you don't talk about your life. So I don't know, but that was another closer like goal to my future person. I liked that. I do like that. I'm just venting, y'all. I don't know who listens to this, but if you're ever going through I don't know what I'll title this. That's one of the problems I have, and I think that is a way like people can connect with you. Like I click on stuff just for the title. Like that's part of the thing. Like I want people to connect with me in this way, but it's hard for me to just like put like one title to it. But this, I want to help people that feel this way. That's what the text he sent me was at like 4:15, 4:14 or something. It's 5:56. Okay, that's a little longer than I thought. I texted him because I didn't see it for a while. I texted him like 10 minutes after I saw it, maybe less. I'm like, thank you for telling me. Then he texted me shortly after, like, of course, thank you for understanding, being understanding. I'm like, I was thinking for a minute. I'm like, should I text him saying, like, I really like talking to you? Because tonight, that's what, after I saw his place, I was going to be like, open up a little bit more. He's slightly autistic. I kind of like that. But I do like it. Like, I am too. Autistic, spiritual, I don't know what it is, but there's something a little different with me, and I like people that are different. In my heart, I mean, talking, this is helping me a lot more. Trying to verbalize how I feel, communicate how I feel. This is what I want to get better at. Being a storyteller. I also liked how he was tall. No, I mean, no one's perfect, obviously. I am obviously, no one is perfect. I don't have to, like, just hammer that in. No one is perfect. But what I wanted to say is that, like, I never got, like, a red flag, really. Like, too much. Like, there were times that I thought, I don't know, like, it's a me problem, so that's what I'm like, is it a me problem or was that a red flag? Just, like, him taking a while to answer. But that's, like, we hadn't met each other yet. Like, we literally met on Facebook dating. So, like, I don't blame you. That's, like, part of me, like, getting attached too quickly or just, like, thinking about it too much. I don't know. I'm excited to just, like, take care of myself. I really like doing that. And that's been a theme on my channel, or just my life. Like, I've focused too much on other people and I need to focus on myself. He said the same thing too. I was like, okay, we got that in common. I thought that was maybe a good thing. But whatever. I'm not using a microphone, so I guess this won't be a podcast episode, but this is basically what my podcast is like, if you were curious. I love you all, and so my teacher, one of my classes today, was saying something like how we all have like that one person we can like kind of talk to, and in my head I'm like, y'all are my people. Like I don't feel like I don't have a partner in my life that I could talk to like that. My dad's dead. I do talk to him though. He is one of those people up there. He really is. That's what She Talks to Angels. I think that might be my last song played on. I love when people like a TikTok I reposted. Let's see if it's still. Yep, She Talks to Angels. Oh, it's so good. I was thinking maybe I'll go live painting. That makes me feel better. I literally like have my phone playing music, and I have to do it on my like computer camera because I don't have another way to live stream. Like, I can't really do it with my camera, I don't think. I've tried. So I might be doing that. I love you all. I literally posted, like, my date night video. Like, I literally said, like, date night off of the day. Then I changed it, like, right after he texted me. I'm like, I changed it to OOTN. Whatever. Like, I do like talking to him. So if you listen to this, this is my way of telling you, like, I do like talking to you. Like, you're cool. I feel like we're good friends. I think we're also good the other way, but I probably can't be with everyone else because I'm so, like, I'm cool like that. I'm good like that. Like, I don't know. I have some, like I'm special in that way. I don't know what I want to title this, but I do want to connect with people that, like, resonate with this. So, like, it may be, spicy. I don't know. I need ideas. Do you need any ideas? I'm glad I cut my hair, like, getting rid of old memories. This biotin I'm taking is making it grow longer. It was literally like that, but I made it uneven, so then I had to cut more. But now I feel like it's pretty even. You know, Anna Wintour, like, cuts her hair, like, every day. Maybe not herself, but Baby, come here. That's why he loved Baby too. Which is good. Baby, come here. You want to jump? I love you. I love seeing Baby in the background of my videos, and I'm like, I had no clue when I'm filming it, but then I see her in the back. I love you, Baby. That's why I filmed, like, an outfit of the day this morning, and it just, the vibes were off. I haven't downloaded it to my computer yet or, like, seen it, but the vibes were off. But I really like, I mean, the act of me turning on the camera and, like, talking, like, I want to be a good influence. Like, it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I have a purpose. So I'm glad I'm doing this and transmuting this feeling to you all. I feel like I'm helping in some way. That's why I hate saying, like, even if no one watches this, like, who cares? Like, I think it could in years or whatever. I love watching people be vulnerable. Like, my favorite YouTubers are the people that do this stuff, so it's pretty cool that I do it. I love you. I guess, I don't know, I do like talking to him, like texting him, like, I'm gonna miss that. I like having someone. I like having someone. Maybe I was replacing him too much with making videos, but he also made videos. I don't know. I'm just gonna focus on myself and y'all. Okay? Okay. That's why, like, I don't want to say bye. I don't want to say bye. Because I love you all. You all make me feel better. My sister said she may need to, like, come take baths here. So that's why I'm like, she's still at home, so maybe she won't come. Maybe she was waiting for me to answer, and I'm probably not going to answer because I'm not feeling that great. Or just, like, I want to be alone right now. I want to paint. I want to paint. I need to get back into meditating more. I used to do that shit all the time where I escaped most of the day. It's like every single waking minute I just wanted to, like, meditate, and it's like, that's not great either. It was needed in a time of my life though. And I was avoiding hitting the Benjamin. Because it's a Delta 8 one, and it makes me more tired than anything. Like, it just makes me more tired. So, that's progress. I guess I'm going to transmute it into painting and go live. I love you all so much. Who knows what I'm going to title this, but follow on the journey if you like this, hearing me talk, looking at me talk, it could be for whatever reason this benefits you or entertains you in some way. Like, good. Like, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to help community. Build a community, help the community. So this is real. Y'all have now officially, this wasn't even a breakup because we didn't even date, but the first one, like for 5 months, that technically was a relationship. Because I kind of like made it into one. Was the one that did everything. I'm like, we're gonna date. We're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend now. It's so weird of me to do that, but that is what happened. And you all can literally watch the whole journey of me meeting him and breaking. I broke up with him. That was the thing. I did that. The first time I did that. But yeah, I feel like if you've listened to this so far, I mean, bullet points of my life. I used to be the shyest person ever. I transferred schools a lot. I was a busy ass kid with so many sports. Ballet was a big one, and then I didn't get into the dance team at my high school, so then I'm like, okay, I don't want to dance anymore. Even though I kind of like hated it at the same time, I'm like, I never wanted to be at practice because I was a busy ass kid and I need alone time, and I didn't realize that until I was like 20 in 2020. I was 20. I was born in 2000, and now I'm 24, so I will be 25 soon. I always thought I was gonna get married to the first person I dated, or like that's what I wanted because my parents wanted that or did that, so I thought, um, like have sex with one person, be married to that person. Like I just want to be like a wife and a mom. That's the one thing I always knew in my life. Um, so yeah, your journeys are not as planned. So yeah, I got in. I had a 3 year on and off relationship, and that was kind of toxic. We both were toxic together. Like I don't like just blame. I wouldn't be who I am if I hadn't met him. I was with him when I found out my dad died. That was like 3, maybe 5 months in to us dating. My first relationship ever. My dad died like overseas. And my boyfriend was with me and my sister when we found out. Like that's just gonna be like a pivotal moment in my whole life. That um like that is always gonna be a part of my story. And he was my best friend for a while. Um, so yeah, I learned a lot in that relationship. Like went to school. I got suspended my freshman year of college because my grades were bad. Everyone's always like, "Why?" It's like, what do you think? You think I'm like a super bad kid? No, my grades are bad. My grades have always been bad from being a busy ass kid, and my brain thinks differently. Like the autism, the ADHD. Like there's a lot of things. I started seeing a therapist. I've had a breakup with a therapist. 3 of them, kind of. I like the last one, but like mostly in well, the first one kind of like lied to me that he several times. He said his dad died, um, like 3 different times, like canceling right before a session. But like it could have been his dad, stepdad, girlfriend's dad. I don't blame him. I didn't. I basically like I wouldn't talk about the toxic relationship I was in. So that was like a year after my dad died. Also, my dad. These are bullet points that I'm glad I'm getting out. But the way my dad died, I never got a reason for it. There's the autopsy said drowning, and it wasn't really a drowning. Like he was just swimming in the water. All of a sudden, face down. Like they pulled him out. Like the ambulances were far away. I think people were trying to revive him. I think like he didn't hit his head because there would have been a mark on his head. I feel like autopsy would have said heart attack. That's what it was in Spanish because it was in Costa Rica. Um, so that was confusing. It just gave me. I needed to like search for why. Like why God did you take this? The one person I didn't want you to take away from me. I guilted or blamed myself a lot because I'm like, oh, it's because I got into this relationship. Like I thought that's why. I mean, ultimately, like, I wouldn't be who I am today because I've learned a shit ton from that. And sometimes I feel like my mom told me, like, I cuss too much on this. First of all, she's not supportive of the videos I make or anything, so there's another thing. I'm the youngest of four. Um, ask me questions. I'm very, like, ask me anything, and I want to be open with you because, like, me being a shy kid, like, I didn't feel like I never really had a place to talk to. So, it's, and that's what most of my therapy sessions, like, it just benefited me from talking out loud. Like, I'm a mental projector in human design, if you know anything about that. I'm very Cancer, Leo moon. Let me look at the sunset a little bit. Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, so I'm really feely. And I'm very 12th house. So that has all helped me understand myself. I think the life path number really helped me. That's what I was like, oh, like, that started a rabbit hole for me. I That's why I was kind of forced to, like, do a month long Knowles trip. It was 3 months, and then I convinced my mom to make me to only do 1 month. That changed my life. It was hard because the time when me and the first boyfriend were, like, breaking up, like, that's when I, like, replaced it with, like, weed. Um, so that month-long break was, like, eye-opening to me. But then I kind of, like, got into the same rhythm that I was when I got back because, you know, the boundaries thing. Like, it was hard for me to stand up for myself. Hard for me to find a sense of self. That is the theme of my life. Like, very 12th house. Like, it was, and with the illusion, like, putting other people ahead of me. Like, taking care of myself is, like, what I'm here to do, I think. So my chart says, even though I don't have a specific, like, birth time because I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I was a C-section anyway. But, like, North Node and first house, like, I need to focus on myself. It's comfortable for me to, like, be with other people, be attached to other people, but I need to be, like, dedicated to focusing on myself. So, yeah, more bullet points. Yeah, I've, like, this is, like, my 4th different college. Like, every time I'm, like, never going back to school. Then I go back to school because, like, what else am I gonna do? Like, I've had a lot of jobs. I have literally said I'm not going back to school, like, 3 or 4 different times, whatever. I've said it more times, but, like, yeah. I went to a Christian college a couple years ago to learn more. I'm, like, fascinated. I'm very curious. I have to stop my curiosity. And I think I've gotten a lot better with that. Like, I'm very, I can be, used to be, OCD about it. It's like, I needed to, like, if I didn't Google what the word meant, like, I couldn't stop my mind from doing it. That's why even texting him, like, in my mind, it kept replaying, like, say, because it's like, at first I wasn't going to say anything, but then I was like, what kept playing in my head, it's like, say, thank you for letting me know, thank you for letting me know, thank you for letting me know, and it's like, I don't know if sometimes it's my, like, intuition or, like, someone else telling me to say that. Now, that sounded schizophrenic, didn't it? That sounded schizophrenic. I mean, whatever. I need to do incense. I've been doing incense recently with my mom being out of town for, like, 3 weeks. Um, to, like, clear negative energy, like, get that negative energy out for me. I just love incense. Um, I bought a lot of, like, spiritual stuff and, like, tarot stuff when I was into that meditating thing, and then now it's gone. I think my mom took it. It's like, I got a pack for my brother, but I bought most of them myself. At that point, I was making, like, money and I was not saving it at all. That's what, I had gone into debt last year and then I paid it all off, so, like, I got no debt. Not gonna get into debt again. Um, over stupid stuff. Like, now I have, like, a savings account and I did that myself. I got a job. I got like a dog sitting gig in May that's like a lot of money, and I kind of like, I mean, you can see the price before you book it. This person really likes me, and I actually really like her, so I'm excited for it. I'm excited to make money and do my own thing. And I don't need any man to support me, okay? Okay. It just sucks. Like, I didn't even want to tell anyone about anyone I'm talking to or any relationship I'm in. But it came out. I was telling my sister's husband, and then that's how it spreads. Like, just telling one person, you might as well tell the whole world, you know? This is why, like, I like to tell you all, because then I'm in control of it, you know? It's like, at least I'm the one telling you, even though I'm the one that told him, but, you know. It doesn't matter. The fact is, I'm glad I met him. I really am. Like I said, I feel like I'm closer to that partner. And also, like, even before I met him, like, I wasn't even wanting a relationship. I wasn't even wanting that. Oh, for a second, I'm like, have I been talking for an hour? But no, it's 1 minute. Because I had to start the video over again. Yeah. This is the outfit right next to me is the outfit I wore on our last date that my sister gave me that I'm gonna plan back. That's why it's folded on my desk, because that. Yeah. I don't know. The more I do like create stuff, like I feel such a sense of purpose and like fulfillment from doing that. I do. It's amazing. Art therapy, that was my major at Asbury. Um, but then like the therapy, I didn't really want to be a therapist anymore or part of that, because and that's why I didn't make videos then either. That's what I've always wanted to make videos, and I didn't do that until like last year. And I'm just so grateful that's what I wanted, to connect with more people. That's what I wanted to do. Instead of just like focusing on one person one time, like I wanted to like, I feel like in therapy sessions, like my mock ones, my practice ones, like I would share about myself because one of my therapists would share about himself, and I feel like that really helped. That helps to build a connection. But in a certain, I mean, it depends if you're a private practice therapist or whatever, but like you're supposed to not talk as much as the other person, and that's why I feel like my therapist for a while, he would talk like more than me a lot, because I ended up being his therapist. Like that just comes naturally to me, and that's what the understanding of people's minds and psychology, that comes naturally to me too. So I'm like, oh, like I'm meant to be like in the psychology field, but it's like I don't really, the DSM-5 and that stuff, diagnosing, like I've been told, my first therapist was like, yeah, clinical depression. And I'm like, I mean, that was facts, but it's like, how are you gonna help me with that? Like, you know, like I'm not gonna be like this forever. I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, I've always been more of like a melancholic child, but I think that's because like I just have this higher understanding that like perceptive, like I ran into my old dive coach that I didn't think he would recognize me or whatever. We ended up talking. Like I used to be really shy then, so I've never actually really like talked to him. And he was saying he was perceptive and intuitive in that way, and it freaks people out. I'm like, me too. Like same. Like we really connected on that way. I'm like, I feel like I knew that back then, but like I would have never. How would I have expressed myself? Like I've had such a problem with expressing myself my whole life. So that's, I loved how this man was a yapper. Like I'd rather people talk too much than not enough. Like my uncle said something because he posts stuff on Facebook, and his ex-girlfriend was like, stop posting stuff on Facebook. And it's like, first of all, you're his ex. So, and second of all, what he was like, maybe I just need to stop sharing or something. I'm like, no, like I immediately was like, no, like you should never feel like you can't share something with other people. That's what it, like maybe find a different outlet like for him, but whatever. But that's why I did feel really comfortable with this man that I was texting and seeing, and we went on like 5 dates. But did I feel comfortable saying anything? I mean, I had just kind of met him, so like I was gonna open up more once I saw his face and stuff. But I did feel like I could share, I could be myself in a way I didn't feel like I have other before. I had with anyone ever before. I feel like every day I'm getting better at expressing myself, being comfortable in my own skin, and this is just, it will always continue growing for me. I will always get better at being the best version of myself. I will try. I don't know why the camera keeps like switching. Whatever. I don't know that much about it. This is Kentucky. This is my sister's old shirt from Vinaigrette Salad Kitchen. Shout out them. But yeah, if you all have any questions, please let me know. I mean, I obviously like missed a lot of my life, but that was some bullet points. Just I feel like when I started meditating for a while, I was like, is that my sister's car? I started like realizing like I held my breath in most of my life. I remember being young and like wanting to hold my breath. Like I just didn't, like when I was next to people. Like I always thought I was too loud. I think my senses are like obviously heightened. But it's like I didn't want to be seen, but I had this need to feel seen. And I feel like that's a little bit of the Leo moon. It's like Leo suns more, they want the attention, and Leo moons, they more so like need it. But I got the Cancer sun in the 12th house. Like I got like 5 planets and all my personal planets in the 12th house. So if you know anything about that, you know, I'm that living example of it. So I don't know if you've ever met anyone. I mean, first of all, everyone's unique. So this is me. This is me. But I've constantly like wanted to hold my breath like my whole life, and it ended up like I don't know if I was born with a deviated septum, but that's what happened. I think that can happen from trauma. So I'm still trying to learn how to breathe through my nose. Like I'm not the best at like talking and breathing through my nose. Like I don't think I'm doing it. I also burp a lot. My mom gets mad. That didn't start happening until like not that long ago. And it's not even burping. I think it's me. I think there's a spiritual reason to it. Me like releasing something. But yeah, this man also like this is gonna help me. We didn't talk too much about it, but like I do want a spiritual person. I do. That is something that is like a necessity. I think in like 2020, 2021, 2022, I made that list of what I want in a husband, kind of non-negotiables. And for a while I was scared of looking at it, but I think I just remembered like a few days ago I kind of looked at it and I kind of breezed through it. And that's what, when I made the list, I kind of made it a little vague. Not super vague, but like a little bit vague because I'm like, I don't know, maybe I was scared like no one's gonna ever meet all these, but a spiritual person is definitely one of the lists. So when I was looking at it a few days ago, I was kind of like scared looking at it. I'm like, what if this guy doesn't fit everything? But it's like, if I'm gonna be serious about someone, like, you're gonna need to meet all of them. Or I at least need to not be scared to check if this person meets my list. That's what I mean. I need to not be like scared. And that's what I told this man. It's like I feel like so like secure in myself. Like anyone would be lucky to be with me. It's like while I was on the first date, it's like not thinking, do they like me? It's like, do I like them? That's the question. Not everyone relates to me on this, but like I feel I want to help the people that do relate to me on this. Some people are the opposite. That they've never felt insecure or had low self-esteem in their lives, and it's like, that's amazing. I admire those people. I think that's amazing. And seeing them make videos has helped me. That's why YouTube has helped me so much, my whole life. That's why I always wanted to do it. And it's still surreal that like I'm doing this right now. I have been for like a year, and I have like 500 subscribers. Like, that's crazy. It is. And I'm so grateful for all of you. I feel like most of y'all are guys, but I helped you in some way. Whatever. That's good. I'm in awe of God. I am. I know God's plan is something I don't understand. It's incomprehensible to me. But I trust it and I have faith in it. And this is real progress from when I used to be. I have in the past been so down bad about every breakup I've had that like I literally, not even like, there's like a couple people that like I was obsessed with them for like a long time after, until I met someone new. And it's like that cycle is gonna keep continuing until like I finally focus on myself. I don't know. It's not like I was even actively searching on Facebook dating either. Like, I feel like, because I feel like I've mentioned like getting on dating apps the past few like podcast episodes, and it's like I feel like that was just out of boredom or something. Because it's like I feel like it was good in some ways that did it. I always said like I didn't want to like meet my person from there, but I'm kind of glad that I did. I mean, I am glad that I met him. Like, I'm not gonna rule it out. I'm not gonna really go and download any right now either. I think I just wanted to try. I'm like, oh, Facebook dating, that's a thing. I'm like, maybe they're more mature on there. Um, and that's what this man had a job, so that was a plus from the last person. He had a job. So it just keeps getting better and better. I've been a motivational speaker to people at school. That's what I'm so much older than them. Someone today, she thought I was like 21, or she even had like was hard to believe that I was 21. I'm like, I'm 24. Um, and that's what she was like, I thought you were 21. I'm like, thanks. Um, so, stuff's happening in my ears. Oh my gosh, my lower back was hurting so much this past week. Like, maybe I thought that was a sign for something. I don't know. Express yourself creatively in whatever way you want to, and just try to remain positive. I think there's a reason for everything. We're constantly changing and evolving, and try to become the best version of yourself. Um, that was like my line in my psychology class, and all my psychology classes at Asbury. The teacher would be like, and I've been thinking about him like the past few days, because I kind of just left there without saying anything. I didn't make any too, well, there are some. I went to go get my new passport in that town the other day, and I was like thinking, I'm like, should I just drive by like the art building or the school? And I ended up not. That is something that does, like, it would be nice. I have a huge 9x5 painting in the upper top of the art building. I feel like I'm just rambling right now, but yeah. What was I saying though? I went to get my passport there. It was kind of what. Oh, my psychology teacher there. He was new at that school too. he'd always be like, Lucy, what is that thing you say? And I'm like, be the best version of yourself. So that's what I'm gonna leave this on. And I love you all so much. And I'm gonna go paint and rock out the music on live. So if you want to vibe, just vibe with me. I love you all.